The moment someone disrespects you, a silent battle begins, not between you and them, but between your emotions and your wisdom. Most people lose that battle within seconds. One insult, one rude comment, one act of disrespect, and suddenly their peace disappears. Their voice becomes louder. Their anger takes control, and without realizing it, they've handed their power to the very person who wanted a reaction. The Stoics understood something extraordinary. The greatest victory isn't proving someone wrong, it's refusing to let them control your mind. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire on earth. He faced insults, betrayal, criticism, and people who constantly questioned his decisions. Yet history remembers him not as the loudest leader, but as one of the calmest. Why? Because he discovered a truth that most people never learn. Disrespect cannot hurt your character. Only your reaction can. Think about your own life. How many arguments started because someone said something disrespectful? How many relationships ended because neither person could control their emotions? How many nights have you replayed one painful conversation long after the other person had already forgotten it? The Stoics would ask one simple question: if someone can control your emotions with a few words, who is really in control? That question changes everything, because real strength isn't forcing people to respect you. It's becoming so emotionally disciplined that disrespect no longer controls your peace. Today, you'll discover the timeless Stoic principles that allow you to face disrespect without anger, without revenge, and without losing the one thing that truly matters: your self-control. Let's begin with the first lesson. Lesson 1. Respect begins with self-control. Most people believe respect is something other people give you. The Stoics believed respect begins long before anyone else has the chance to offer it. It begins with the way you control yourself, because the person who cannot control their own emotions will always struggle to control their own life. Think about the last time someone disrespected you. What hurt more, their words or the fact that they controlled your emotions? The Stoics believed no one can truly insult your character. They can only express their own character. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that another person's actions belong to them, but your response always belongs to you. Imagine someone throws mud at a mountain. Does the mountain become smaller? Of course not. It remains exactly what it is. Your character should be the same. A rude opinion cannot reduce your value. An insult cannot erase your integrity unless you allow it to. Most people lose their peace trying to defend their pride. Wise people protect something far more valuable: their self-control, because once your emotions take control, the other person has already won. Remember this: respect isn't proven by shouting louder. It's proven by remaining calm when everyone else loses control. Now, let's move to the second lesson, the one that changes the entire game. Lesson 2. Never give people the reaction they want. Have you ever noticed how some people keep provoking others? They criticize, mock, insult, interrupt, not because they want understanding, but because they want a reaction. Your anger becomes their reward. The Stoics understood something powerful. The moment you react emotionally, you stop thinking clearly. And when clear thinking disappears, good decisions disappear with it. Imagine someone trying to start a fire. Every angry word you speak adds more wood. Every calm silence removes fuel. Eventually, the fire dies, not because the other person changed, but because you stopped feeding it. Marcus Aurelius never believed every insult deserved an answer. Some people argue only to steal your peace. don't give it to them. Sometimes the strongest reply is no reply at all, not because you're weak, but because you've realized your peace is worth more than winning a meaningless argument. The greatest form of emotional strength is refusing to become the person someone else is trying to create. Lesson 3. Pause before responding. Every mistake made in anger has one thing in common. It happened too quickly. Someone insults you. Within seconds, you're already replying. Your voice becomes louder. Your heart beats faster. Your judgment disappears. The Stoics understood that emotions move quickly. Wisdom moves slowly. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to create space between what happened and what he chose to do, because inside that space, your freedom lives. Imagine receiving a message that immediately makes you angry. Most people reply in the heat of the moment. Hours later, they wish they could take those words back, but words cannot be recalled once spoken. They belong to the world. The strongest people don't react first. They think first. They breathe. They observe. And only then they decide. That small pause may last only a few seconds, but it has the power to prevent years of regret. Remember, a delayed response is often a wiser response, because calmness allows intelligence to return. And when wisdom speaks, emotions no longer control the outcome. Lesson 4. Your ego wants revenge. When someone disrespects you, your ego whispers, show them who you are. Don't let them win. Make them regret it. At first, that voice feels powerful, but the Stoics warned, your ego often disguises itself as strength, when in reality, it is simply fear wearing confidence as a mask. Seneca believed the desire for revenge keeps you connected to the very person who hurt you. Think about that. As long as you crave revenge, they still control a part of your mind. Imagine carrying a heavy chain attached to someone you claim to hate, who is really trapped. Both of you. Marcus Aurelius refused to spend his energy trying to punish every person who disrespected him. Instead, he focused on becoming a better man, because success is a far greater answer than revenge, and peace is a far greater victory than proving someone wrong. The moment you stop feeding your ego, you stop giving disrespect the power to control your future. Lesson 5. Silence is stronger than anger. Most people believe silence means weakness. The Stoics believed silence is often the highest form of strength. When someone disrespects you, they expect something, an argument, an insult, a reaction. The moment you give it to them, they've achieved exactly what they wanted. Marcus Aurelius understood, not every voice deserves your answer. Not every insult deserves your attention. Imagine a lion walking through the forest. Does it stop to respond every time a crow makes noise? Of course not. Its strength needs no announcement. The same is true for your character. The more secure you become, the less you feel the need to defend yourself. Silence doesn't always mean you have nothing to say. Sometimes it means you've realized your peace is worth more than proving a point. And in many situations, the silence people remember is far more powerful than the words you almost spoke. Lesson 6. Not every battle deserves you. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing they must answer every insult, every accusation, every challenge. The Stoics refused to live that way, because they understood every battle has a cost. Your time, your focus, your emotional energy, and sometimes winning the argument means losing your peace. Imagine a traveler walking toward an important destination. Along the road, people keep inviting him into pointless fights. If he accepts every invitation, will he ever reach his destination? Never. Life works the same way. Every unnecessary conflict pulls you farther from the life you're trying to build. Marcus Aurelius chose his battles carefully. He asked himself, will this matter to my character? If the answer was no, he let it go. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. Strong people don't waste energy trying to defeat every difficult person. They save their strength for battles that actually matter, because protecting your future will always be more important than winning a meaningless moment. Lesson 7. Master your emotional triggers. Have you ever wondered why the same words can offend one person but leave another completely unaffected? The answer isn't the words, it's the trigger. The Stoics believed no one can control you until they discover what controls your emotions. The moment someone knows exactly what makes you angry, what hurts your pride, or what makes you insecure, they gain influence over your mind. Marcus Aurelius spent years observing himself, not other people. He asked, what inside me is reacting? Not, how do I change them? Imagine carrying an old wound. Every small touch feels painful. The problem isn't always the touch. Sometimes it's the wound that was never healed. Your emotional triggers work the same way. Instead of asking, why did they say that? Ask yourself, why did those words have so much power over me? That single question transforms pain into self-awareness, because the strongest people don't ignore their emotions. They understand them. And once you understand your own triggers, other people can no longer use them against you. Lesson 8. Respond with character, not emotion. Every act of disrespect presents you with two choices: react like everyone else, or respond like the person you want to become. The difference seems small, but it changes everything. Most reactions come from wounded pride. Most responses come from inner strength. Marcus Aurelius believed your character should never depend on another person's behavior. If someone lies, remain honest. If someone shouts, remain calm. If someone insults you, remain respectful. Not because they deserve it, but because your values should never change according to someone else's actions. Imagine standing before a mirror. If someone throws mud at the mirror, does the mirror throw mud back? No, it simply reflects what stands before it. Your character should be no different. Never allow another person's anger to decide the kind of person you become, because every calm response strengthens your discipline. Every respectful decision strengthens your character. And over time, people stop remembering the disrespect. They remember the dignity with which you handled it. Lesson 9. Turn insults into strength. Most people see insults as attacks. The Stoics saw them as opportunities. Not opportunities to fight, but opportunities to grow. Marcus Aurelius believed every difficult person was another chance to practice patience. Every insult was another chance to strengthen self-control. Imagine lifting weights without resistance. Your muscles never become stronger. Your mind works exactly the same way, without criticism, without disrespect. Without difficult people, you never discover how strong your character truly is. The next time someone insults you, pause. Instead of asking, how do I hurt them back? Ask, what is this moment teaching me? Perhaps it's teaching patience. Perhaps it's revealing an insecurity you still need to heal. Or perhaps it's simply giving you another opportunity to prove that your peace cannot be purchased by someone else's opinion. Every insult you survive without losing control makes you stronger than the one before. That is how ordinary people become emotionally unbreakable. Lesson 10. The calm person always wins. The world often celebrates the loudest person, the most aggressive, the quickest to respond. The Stoics celebrated someone else the calm person, because calmness is not passive, it is controlled power. Imagine two people standing in a storm. One panics, runs in every direction. The other stands firmly, thinks clearly, acts with purpose. Who is more likely to survive? Life asks the same question every single day. Marcus Aurelius remained calm, not because life was easy, but because he refused to let circumstances choose his character. That is the highest form of strength, not winning arguments, not humiliating people, not getting even, but remaining the same disciplined person, no matter how others behave. Because real victory isn't changing someone else's behavior, it's refusing to let their behavior change you. And when you reach that level of self-control, something remarkable happens. People stop remembering the disrespect. They remember the calm person who refused to be broken by it. At the beginning of this video, I told you that every act of disrespect begins a silent battle, not between you and another person, but between your emotions and your wisdom. Now you understand which battle truly matters. The Stoics never promised that people would stop insulting you. They never promised a world filled with fairness. They taught something far greater: how to become the kind of person whose peace cannot be stolen. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, criticism, humiliation, and constant pressure. Yet he never allowed another person's behavior to decide his own character, because he understood a timeless truth: your dignity does not disappear the moment someone disrespects you. It disappears the moment you abandon it to prove a point. Remember this: every insult is a test, not of your value, but of your discipline. Every rude word asks one question: will you become like me? Most people answer without thinking. They shout, they insult, they seek revenge, and in that moment, they become exactly what they hated. The Stoics chose a different path. They remained calm, not because they were weak, but because they understood that self-control is the highest form of strength. Imagine your mind as a great fortress. People may stand outside the walls. They may shout, judge, criticize, or laugh, but none of them can enter unless you choose to open the gate. That gate is your reaction. Guard it carefully, because once you master your reactions, you master your life. Marcus Aurelius left us with one of the most powerful reminders ever written: the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Those words contain the heart of Stoicism. Don't waste your energy trying to punish people who disrespect you. Build a character so strong that their disrespect no longer reaches your peace, because the calm person is never weak. The calm person is free. If this video helped you see disrespect differently, subscribe to The Stoic Edge. Every week, we explore timeless Stoic wisdom to help you master your emotions, strengthen your discipline, and build a mind that nothing and no one can control. Until next time, protect your peace, guard your character, and remember, the day you stop reacting is the day other people's disrespect loses its power over you.